Stand
Look
by.
at this beautiful table my friend set up to make, and she made lunch. Isn't that nice?
It's a keto, I think it's a keto lunch.
Oh, it's yeah, that's fine. And you know what? Even if it's not, it would be fine. So while I was at my friend's house, Danny ate all of their dogs' dog food, and they make their dog food homemade. So now I'm making it homemade also. And this is white rice with pumpkin. Pumpkin is so good for their skin. And some peas and carrots. I will also give her some meat in the future, like for the evening meal, or chicken or ground meat. But I did put ground meat in the evening. But right now, this is just the pumpkin, the rice, and the peas and carrots. And she's liking it very much. And I'm hoping that that's going to solve some of her itching problems, which I read about it online, and it says it helps their skin and stops them from itching. And that pumpkin is also very good for their stomach. Okay, new subject. iPhone photo streaming. Do you have an iPhone? Do you use photo streaming? Check and see. Are you saving your photos to the iCloud? 5 more days, approximately. As of July 26th, Apple is shutting off my photo stream. So what does this mean? This means that if you take your photos with your phone and they're in your phone photos under my recent photos, okay, but you want to look at them on your Mac, and you go to your Mac and there's your photos in your photo stream, they are not permanently on your Mac. They are only permanently on your iPhone. So if you wanted them to be permanently on your Mac, you have to actually download them into your photos. So what does that mean? Well, I have 200 gigabytes on that I do pay for at $2.99 a month. Okay, but I only have used 100 gigabytes, and that is all contacts and addresses and my calendar and just a few other things. If I have a shared folder that I might want to share with somebody in another state for some reason and send some photos to, that's what's in that folder. So imagine if you start storing all your photographs and your videos, especially if you're a YouTube creator, you're going to be paying that the $9.99 a month, and then only be able to access those items if you have internet service. So basically, you're going to pay $120 a year, and for the cloud, and only be able to get it with internet service. But if you download your stuff onto an external hard drive, this is the one I like to use. Right now, it's 4 terabytes for $98. Or you can get the 2 terabytes for $59, 12% off right now. All I gotta do is go to my Amazon page, RV Rebel Girls Amazon page, and it's there in my favorite stuff. I'm not a big pusher on Amazon, but I like to share the things that I like best. So if you want to save yourself a couple of bucks a year, and you don't want to be giving it away, but just think about, to the iCloud, to Apple, if you're an iPhone or a Mac user, that's the way to go, is to put all your photos on your external hard drive and all your videos. So if you save your raw footage, or even if you just save copies of your videos and your thumbnails and that, if you're a creator, this is a way that you have access to them all the time, regardless of whether you have internet or if you're in a bad spot. I have Starlink, but there's even days that I, am maybe in a foresty area and you can't see the forest for the trees. You can't get the internet for the trees. You can't get satellite for the trees. It happens. It's not always a perfect internet world. Or you don't have the power to plug in your Starlink. So that's why I carry, a MiFi, a Verizon MiFi jetpack, and my Starlink. It works for me, and I hope it works for you. I really like that particular external hard drive that I showed you. The one I have, the 2 terabyte ones, because they're really sturdy and durable as far as, if you drop it or something like that. And what I've been told, I don't have a microwave in my camper, but I've been told that the best place to keep those things in case, we have some kind of a nuclear issue is in your microwave, and it'll save your data. So, I have a microwave, stored in my storage shed, but a lot of good it's going to do me. I need to bring those hard drives with me, right? But for that price that it's on sale right now, that 12% off, you could buy 2 of those external hard drives and still save money and not pay it to Apple on the iCloud. Get your 2 terabytes and you've got 2 of them. So you have a backup, and you have the one that you put your photos on, and you have a backup to that one. And you'll have access to your photos, your footage, and all of your, precious moments with videos and photos with your family, or even your documents. You'll have them all right there in that little compact little external hard drive. It sounds like a no-brainer to me, but I have not used the iCloud for a long time just because of the fact that I was using it originally. And when I would be at the RTR back in the old days, and that's when people were using WeBoost or trying to use WeBoost, I could never get my footage that I was taking, to do my editing and make a video and then upload it, because it was in the cloud and I wasn't getting any internet service because there were thousands of people out in the desert at the RTR. So having it on, taking it from your iPhone device and sticking it onto the external hard drive, which you have to do through your computer, is a much better option, I think. And then there's still AirDrop. You can AirDrop your stuff over to your main computer and then put it on your external hard drive. If you're doing it a little bit at a time, you're not going to AirDrop like a zillion things, but you can AirDrop your footage over to your Mac or your laptop or your Mac, your bigger Mac, whatever you're using, and it's already there through AirDrop, and then from your phone to your device, and then after that, it's not on the cloud, it's on your device, and then you want to take it off. I take it off of my laptop, because my laptop doesn't. My phone holds as much as my Mac, my little Mac does. So it's good for me. And then I save space, I get the stuff off of my phone, and I have plenty of room for new footage and new memories that I'm trying to capture and share with you, my audience. So I hope you found this information useful, because I'll tell you what, I didn't know anything about this photo streaming going off and no longer being available until I just saw it by accident while I was, looking at some stuff about iPhone. I had no clue that it was happening. But fortunately for me, I stopped using iCloud a few years ago, and I do use Google Photos, which I get so much for free, and then I just go through there and I make sure that, and get rid of what I don't need anymore, and then take and put that on my, I transfer it onto my external hard drive as well. And I don't pay any extra for Google Photo, but I do pay the $2.99 a month, $2.99 a month, because I want to have my contacts and my calendars and everything like that on the cloud, just to, so that in case I were to, need to access that from my laptop or from my phone, it is just more convenient. And if I get a new phone, it just automatically transfers over. So I hope you found that useful, and thanks for watching. Hello and happy birthday, Oink Off Grid. Um, it's actually, oh, I thought it was at midnight. I made a mistake. I was thinking it was tomorrow. I had the wrong dates in my head. I was thinking today was the 20th. Happy birthday, Oink. Dave, happy birthday. I hope you're having a great day. Are you having a good day? Excuse me. I just ate a grilled cheese. Well, so Dave, what did you do today? Did you go out with I figured you were out with your kids, your family. Dave is the operator of the drone that did the footage for me, Oink Off Grid, that did the footage for me in that last video over in Illinois, in Moline, Illinois, East Moline. I hope you had a great birthday. Oh, I think now you're as old as me, aren't you? Think you're as old as me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Oink Off Grid. Happy birthday to you. Now, our family says, stand up, and tell us how old you are. You are. Stand up, and tell us how old you are. And the kids say like 3, 4, 5. But how old are you today? I don't think he's going to answer. I hope I have an okay connection here. How's the connection out there? Kev, Dave, Norman. Did I lose? Oh, there's Norman. He's still there. So what do you think about that Apple canceling the photo stream, not a day over 40. Well, I think he's close to my age. You're good? Okay, good. Right. So anyway, had no clue about that. And I quit using PhotoStream a long time ago when I realized I couldn't get the footage that I had taken to edit it into my videos when I was out at the RTR if I didn't have a good connection to the internet, which most times at RTR you don't have a good connection. So the best thing to do was for me was to get rid of that photo stream, and then I would just go into the recents, and I wouldn't share those photos to my other computer. So I'd have to either download it to my laptop or to my I had a desktop at the time. I would have to plug in my iPhone and download the photos, and this way they were permanent on my computer. Using the photo stream, your photos are not permanent. They're only on there for like 30 days and they start, aging off unless you have downloaded them. So, although and like now I use AirDrop a lot. I'll AirDrop stuff from my phone. Like the video I just showed you, I AirDropped it from my phone to my laptop, to um my little laptop. So, and that's one thing I do like about Apple products is that you can do the AirDrop, which is really nice, and you can give it to people right next to you. But the only other thing that I do have that I use in that same setting where it shows the photo stream and the um that I showed you in that video was I have the shared folders. For example, Oink Off Grid and I have a shared folder. So if he wants to upload, put some air footage and give it to me, we don't have AirDrop. We have two different kinds of phones. So if we can't AirDrop between our phones. So what he did for me with the footage was he just put it into the folder, and then I can access the folder and get it. Well, that's good. I'm glad, Dave. Hey, JD, thanks for joining. Hey, Roylene, we are having a great night. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. So, doing that kind of a thing worked for us with the shared albums. I mean, I also share an album with the Dan Van and with RV Joey. So we can share stuff. I could send her pictures and share them with her, you know, and the same with her. Whoops, she can share photos with me. That it's like maybe stuff that we don't put on the internet or whatever. That we just say, "Hey, look at what I did today, or look what I saw today, or look what I found." You know, and I just go in the folder, and I get a little message on my phone, that a photo has been dropped into the folder. Thank you, Marlene, very much. I appreciate it. So, how's everybody doing other than that? I thought that was a good thing to chat about. And I was going to just put that out as a regular video. And I thought, well, I could do two birds with one stone and just do the live and put the video at the beginning. And I think I lost a few people at the beginning that came into the room or into the chat because they were watching the video, and I was in that little photo in the corner over there eating my grilled cheese. You mean are you saying you're a computer illiterate? You don't understand the digital world yet? You know what? At pretty much, I didn't either. I never, but somebody gave me a computer years ago when I was in the sheriff's department. Well, actually, I like bought a used computer off of her. Hey, Matt. Hey, Giddy Up Melody. Good to see you. And they gave me, this old, it was, you've got mail. It was the dial up thing. And I had to teach myself. And one of the things that my son would tell me, or my brother would tell me, is just don't save anything. Hey, K95760. Hello from California. Just don't save anything and you'll be okay. You can look at stuff, just don't save it, you know. And so that's what I did. I didn't save it. And I didn't, yeah, back then there wasn't I mean, there was no Facebook or any of that other stuff. And everything was on floppy disks, those square floppy disks. We didn't even have thumb drives back then. And that's really not that long ago, you know. When I say back then, it seems like forever, doesn't it? Because so much has evolved from since then. Ones and O's. Ones and O's. I don't get it. I got a hair stuck on my glasses. But Canine 5760, are you a canine handler? Thanks for joining. You're new to my channel, I think. At least speaking up. Hey, Craig. How are you, Craig? Good to see you on here. I'm getting excited for Lollapalooza. I hope everybody that is attending is also getting excited. Also, if you notice on the binary language, okay. Along the bottom, hey Lorelei from Texas, waving from Texas, waving from Chicago. It's the Chicago suburbs. If you're going to Lollapalooza and you want a t-shirt or a coffee mug, this is the last day. I am putting the order in tomorrow. Today's Friday, right? Yeah. I think I said tomorrow was the deadline. So I'm going to be putting that. Hey, Pup Camper Cheryl. Thank you for joining us. Cheryl is a campground host for the state of Tennessee. We love Tennessee, don't we? And so I would just want to say it is the last day to get me your order, your size t-shirt, if you want a coffee cup, and your money. Send me the money for your t-shirt or your coffee cup. I'm excited also, Lorelei. I have had to change a few things. Um, we're gonna have the costume party on Friday night instead of Saturday night because of Halloween Saturday at the park. Saturday here in the park. Everything is turn on or hold for 4 seconds, and yes, dog breeder and military police dog trainer, retired. Well, thank you for your service. My cousin, I'm retired, Elio, and my cousin was a canine trainer, bomb dog trainer, canine trainer for Cook County Sheriff's Office in Chicago or Illinois, but it had most of Cook County and the Cook County suburbs. He did lose his life in the line of duty. It's been almost 2 years now. But thank you for your service. We love our canine dogs, our canine officers. So yeah, I'm excited about it. We're gonna do the costume party on Friday night instead of Saturday because Saturday is the Halloween um, party or Halloween for the park, Halloween in the park. And what'll be happening on Halloween in the park is that the people from the community are invited to come in. They pay an entry fee, which helps support the park. You can't hear me? Can everybody hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I've got my volume all the way up. Yes, you can hear me? Okay. Okay, I don't know if what you meant. 57. Sound is fine in Norman. Hi. Hey, Rita. Great. Glad you could hear us. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So the public, the general public in the community, they come in to look at the campsites that are decorated and they go trick-or-treating to all the campsites. You're not required to hand out candy. It's, you know, they can't make you hand out candy. You're not required to hand out candy. But if you should choose to hand out candy, that's great. I'm going to be setting up a little table and handing out some candy. I'm hoping that some of the other campers in the wagon circle will also want to hand out candy. I do encourage everybody. I may have talked about this at the beginning, but I encourage people to make sure that everything is secure at their campsites because there will be strangers that are not part of our group that might be wandering around and you want to make sure you secure your home, your home's on wheels. Um, because I don't know who the people are and that we may not know who the people are. So rather than have our party where we're all inside. Okay, Craig, I'll talk to you about that, but you're not coming to Lola and I'm not mailing them out. But maybe I can, you know, I'm not mailing them out because the cups are heavy and all the postage and everything, but, um, we'll I may have a way that, you can order it online. I'll see if there's, once we get I'm gonna try to see if I can do it where you can order it online yourself through Spring, um and you can order the coffee cup through Teespring. The T-shirt right now, I don't have it where you can order it, but I might be able to have it where you can order that also. The thing with doing it through oh, you might make it to Lola? Okay, well, I don't all the campsites are booked, so I hope you can get a campsite. It the park is totally booked because it's Halloween. Hi, Judith. But you never know. There's still a couple of months. There's some primitive sites available in the Pecan Grove. I think there's still some primitive sites available. They don't um they don't have electric or anything. So if you have solar, you have your own power that you could go on a primitive site. That might work for you. depending, especially like if you take your van, or I don't know how big the class. I don't know if the Class C will fit in there. But anyway, getting back to the party, um, the trick or treating is going on from 6 o'clock at night until 9 o'clock, 6 to 9, and that was when we were going to have our costume party. Well, we would have all been inside the meeting hall, and nobody would be outside, you know, around our campsites. And I just thought that that just wasn't a good idea. So that being said, I changed the party to Friday night. And I'll be I'll be taking photos of your campsites, and for the people who are going to enter the uh, best decorated campsite contest, which will be cool. So if for the people going to Lollapalooza that might be here, if there's a contest, you're going to have to sign up for the contest, because I'm just not going to assume that everybody wants to be in it. It'll be a sign up thing, and that'll be on registration day, which is on Thursday when we get there. So it'll be fun. Hey, Debbie T. Excuse me. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the chat. I know my chats aren't usually really big, so I'm glad that that doesn't discourage anybody, but it gives you an opportunity to talk amongst yourself as well, and we can all converse together. Craig, it would be great if you got to Lolo. Hey, Joyce, Jojo. There's Jojo. Thanks for joining. I know it's kind of late for you up in Pennsylvania. You're an hour, and Debbie too, because I think Debbie's in Florida, so she's an hour different as well, not on Midwest time. And even Midwest time, it's 10:30. It's almost 10:30. RV Quilt Quest, hi, thanks for joining. This is awesome. I'm so happy when more people join. You're lurking, but not much longer. In the Lurkers Lounge. Yeah. So I'm really excited. Oh, Eddie's here too. Hi, Eddie. Welcome. 11:27, right? Oh, and there's Floss. Hi, Floss. Floss is an Illinoisan. Another Illinois. Well, thanks for joining, you guys. It's great. Yeah, usually I do the midnight. Yeah, Pup Camper, you're ready to get back on the road. Oh, you only have 12 more weeks. I know how you feel, because like right now I'm sitting in my nephew's driveway and I love being here, and I have been having a blast playing with my and hanging out with my little great niece and nephews, the three of them, two little boys and a little girl. In fact, and it's so nice that I finally been able to spend some time, especially with the little girl, because I've never, Olivia, I haven't been able to spend much time with Olivia, and because her mom's a nurse and they work different shifts, so I don't always get to see her. But their grandma's been watching them, and so they've been coming over here and playing with my nephew that I'm in his driveway with his little boy. And so I've been having a blast playing with them, and um, you know, hanging out. And when they left today, we love you, Auntie Carolyn. It's just so heart-wrenching. I love it. It's so nice. Danny is I can't, she keeps going underneath the slide, and the only reason I don't like her underneath there is because I do put bug spray underneath there, and I don't want her getting on her skin. It bothers me. I put diatomaceous earth, but I put the food one that's not harmful, but I still don't want her, laying in it. Oh, you're going to be in Rockford before you go to Texas. Well, gosh, that's not going to be that far from um I'm right not far from there. So I'm going to be in Michigan the first week of October, but then as soon as I leave Michigan, I'm heading over to Texas. What are your dates, Cheryl? that you'll be in Rockford. When I leave Illinois, um, I'll head to Oklahoma, and then I'll be just above the Texas state line in Oklahoma. There's a Army Corps of Engineer park there, but I have friends that are there. They live there, and I'll be, I'll go to their property, but there is an Army Corps of Engineer right there, just a couple of blocks away from where their property is, and I'll visit with them, and then I'll head over to Lollapalooza from Oklahoma. Oh, the second week of October. Right. Yes. Second week. Well, I'm hoping by that time I'll already be on my way to Oklahoma. We're having a gals meetup. A couple of gals from high school are meeting up in Michigan. The first week, it's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So on the 6th, I'll be leaving Michigan and heading to Oklahoma. You never know, though. I have to stop back here and pick up some stuff. I've got all this Lollapalooza stuff, Heck, maybe I'll drop some off to you and you can take some of it for me. I know where Peru is. It's not that far from where the hey Jen. Hi Jen, MCT. Peru's not that far from where the Starved Rock. I am going to go to an Illinois State Park in another week that I've not been to before. I'm going to go check that out. It's not far from Starved Rock. It's in Marseilles, Illinois. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's not far from Starved Rocks, but I'm going to go check out this other campground, state park, that I've not been to before. When I was talking about that today, and right away my great nephew, oh, can we go camping with you? Me too, me too. I'm like, well, I can't take all three of you because I only have one seat in my car, in my van. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I don't know which way you're going if you're going to go through Oklahoma, but I'll let you know when I'm on my way. Because I mean, you never know. I mean, well, you're going to stay and visit a couple of days, I'm sure. Yeah, I heard, Judith, that the temperature is really, really warm. Oh my goodness, Rita, that's wonderful. You got your solar. A 300-watt solar kit? And how many batteries do you have? Don't put too much solar on your battery or you'll start a fire. You can't put that much solar on a 100-watt battery. Better check that. How many batteries do you have, Rita? I hope you got a good charge controller. If you put too much solar on a battery, you could have a fire. For example, the little mini you disconnect the solar when it's fully charged? Is that what you're saying? Don't leave it connected if you only have a 100-watt battery. Although your charge controller should shut it down, but you can't be sure. Thanks, Norman. You have a wonderful weekend too. Yeah, but I wouldn't trust the smart box with the solar because, you know, you really got to watch it. Because I know somebody who had a Bluetti 600-watt power station, and it clearly tells you on the Bluetti, do not charge this with anything more than 200 watts of solar. The limit was 200 watts. So you got to look at your charge controller and see how many amps that is also. So, Danny, knock it off. Like my charge controller is 40 amps and it can have 40 amps. So 40 amps is I cannot put more than 500 watts of solar on my charge controller. And I have three 100-watt lithium batteries. You only have one 100-watt battery and you got 300 watts of solar. That's a lot of solar for a 100-watt. Right, Oink? Are you there? Oh, it's 30 amps? The charge controller is 30 amps? Yeah, but the battery, I don't think, just be careful. Did you install it yourself or did you have a professional do it? I'm no expert, but I do have 5 electricians in my family, plus my friends, Dan and Oink Off Grid and those people. Oh, okay. Is it flexible solar? Did you mount it on the roof of your van or is it portable solar? You could just put the panels out on the ground. That's wonderful. Yes. What? Which one? Flexible? I was looking at maybe getting another. Oh, you mounted them. Cool. Are they flexible? Yeah, because flexible you can put directly right on your roof, but other solar you have to leave a little space in between for airflow. Otherwise, you could burn up your vehicle. I'm thinking about getting another flexible solar panel for my van. That's good. I bought the Renogy flexibles and I really liked them, and I got the Renogy charge controller. I wish I would have got a 60 amp though, but down the road, maybe I'll change it out, get a 60 amp, and then sell the one I have. But how's everybody's weather? Rita, I went right through. Did you say you're in Corbin? I think I went right through Corbin on my way home. That's great. I am. Oh, I forgot to do something. Uh-oh, I forgot to do something. Hang in there. I'm going to be right back because I forgot to do something. You can hear me, but I'll be back a minute. I just forgot to do something when I went online here. And oh, wait a minute. Maybe I could do it. Here, I'm going to try to do it from my phone. Been awful? Very hot. Yeah. Yeah. I'm it was nice here. It was pretty hot here today, but not that bad, you know. I mean, it was doable. Where's my live stream's not showing up on YouTube here. I don't know why not. Let me check something really quick. See if I can. There it is. Oops. See if I can get the channel. Hold on. Don't leave me. I'm hoping that you can still see me. I want to fix them on my. Here we go. Okay, cool. I got it fixed. I can come back to. I always forget to go back into YouTube. When I use it, I use a StreamYard as my platform for my live streams. So I always forget. Oh, great. I always forget to go into YouTube and show that I'm doing a live stream so that it shows up on my YouTube as well. You're still getting overheated. June 29th. 105 in Los Angeles. You have 800 watts of solar, 60 amp controller, and 3 200 amp AGM. So you have 600 AG and 600 watts of battery, amp hour battery, 600 amp hours of AGM batteries. Right, Renogy. Yeah, that's why I said you have 3 200 amp hour batteries. She has one 100 watt battery and is running 300 watts of solar through it. But she does have a 30 amp. I just don't want her, I wouldn't want her to have a fire or burn anything up. $800 watts of solar charges your 600 watts, your 600 amp hours, your 3 200 amp hour batteries. And I have I have 200 watts of solar charging 3 100 amp hour batteries. Actually, 200 watts of solar keeps my lithium batteries at 14.4 for most of the time. It depends though, but all I have hooked up is my little refrigerator and a fan. I run a little bitty fan. If it gets hot in there, I'll run a fan like towards my charge controller and my inverter. But the only other thing I have hooked up to it is the you ordered a Lollapalooza shirt just now? You sent me a thing for it? Did you send me a Zelle, Lorelei? I'm gonna mark you in my book. What size did you order? I hope you told me in your order what size you ordered. See if I got an email. I didn't get it. Oh, yeah, I did. I got an email just now. Laura Wood sent you $20. Great. Okay, so well, you want the bigger size? I'll order you the bigger size that you wanted. The bigger one, not the smaller one. Because I could get you the bigger one. Okay, Melody ordered one too, and she's here today. So, Lorelai. Great. Perfect. So I'm hoping that I might get it maybe I already put in one order for the t-shirts, and I already got one shipment for the t-shirts and the coffee mugs, and I got one shipment in. But I did that because they were giving me a 30% discount off, which meant that all the shipping was going to be covered. Because I never figured in shipping or anything. So now I have another thing that they sent me, like I think it was $20 off or something like that. You want the XL or the 1X? XL? It's men's, so they're bigger, but I'll get you the XL. Okay, change that to XL. I have to order one too because yeah, solar class would be good. I thought maybe I'd ask Dan about that, but he really wasn't, he'd rather do the geocaching. So I don't know if I have anybody that will do solar that'll be there that could do a solar class. And I don't consider okay, great. And I don't consider myself an expert enough to do a solar class. I'm not an expert. So, yeah, I don't know anybody else that could do the solar class. Really, that feels comfortable in taking that, and doing that. But and Oink's not going to be there, so he'll be in Arizona already. So Dave can't do one. 104. My sister's in Vegas, so I know it's pretty hot in Vegas too. It was like over 110, I think. 95, Debbie, with the 103 heat index. Yeah. Okay, so JoJo wasn't muggy by you? What was that? What kind of temperatures do you get in Pennsylvania? Like this time of the year? If you're still here. I think it was in the 80s here today. I'm not positive. Thank you, Cheryl, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. So it says it's a temperature here where I'm at right now. It's 67 here right now, which is nice and cooled off. Night, Pup Camper. I can't wait to hang out with you again. I just love her new camper that she has. She got a new camper. She has a tow behind. She tows her trailer like I do, but she's got a pickup truck. Oh, it's usually like in the 90s? Yeah, today it was breezy here, and yesterday it was breezy. Well, yesterday it was beautiful, breezy and everything. I thought it was gonna rain today because it was kinda cloudy, but, you know, but it didn't rain. So, yeah, Craig was getting ready to come to the WWR because he came last year, and he got overheated. So he ended up Did you actually have a heart attack, Craig? I didn't know that. Goodness, I didn't know that, Craig. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling better. Did you go in the hospital? I didn't know any of that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yikes. Yeah, you're right, Jojo. That's yikes. Crazy. Yeah, the humidity can really be the worst part of it, because, like, yeah, I mean, the humidity can be really the worst part because, too, you can't breathe, and you just sweat, and, oh, it's horrible, the humidity. It's like nothing you could do could give you any relief. At least, like, in Arizona and Las Vegas, if it might get really hot, but, like, my sister used to say, "You can't even spit because it's so dry there," you know? I am looking forward to visiting with my sister. I can't wait to see her because I haven't seen her since I was there in January. I take that back, Thanksgiving. It'll be a year in November. Yeah, somebody else who was saying they're having the smoke from Canada was still affecting them. I forget who was saying that, where they were. Somebody's video that I watched. They said the smoke was still affecting. Hi, Marcia. 65, expecting 81 tomorrow. Yeah, 81's beautiful in Michigan. I can't wait to go up there. I'm ready to come and visit you now. I can't wait to go horseback riding. This is my friend Marcia that I have known since grammar school. And Michigan Marcia, and we we're having the girls meet up, and her and I are going to camp together, but the other girls are renting an Airbnb. But Marcia and I we're gonna rough it, and we're gonna go to the state campground because I have a dog, and Airbnb don't take the dog. So, and Marcia loves to camp too. She grew up camping, and so we're gonna rough it. Actually, Marcia took me to get my driver's license when I was 18. Thank God. In her Mustang. I love that Mustang. I can't wait to come to Michigan. I'm probably gonna probably leave sooner than I thought. Woodstock, New York, 96 humidity, but 89 degrees. Yeah, Debbie, I was 18. I was an orphan, so, oh, for camping, you got your paperwork? Good, good. I got mine too. I showed you mine. You have to get the special passport to go to the campgrounds in Michigan, you know, and, it's kinda like a park pass thing, but it's only like 40 bucks. But we're excited, and I'm so glad because I was just showing somebody a oh, I was over at Maria's yesterday. In fact, I showed the video of her making lunch for me at the beginning of this chat. Um, but we're right next to the bathroom and the showers at our campsite. I'm so excited. because I haven't been to that state park. And that state park is only 10 minutes away from the Airbnb that the rest of our gal pals are going to be parked at. But before we do that, I'm going to go up to Marcia's and we're going to go horseback riding on our horses. So, yes, Debbie T from Florida. I wasn't allowed to get my driver's license till I was 18. I was an orphan. I was orphaned when I was a kid, so I was living with people that um they didn't allow me to get my driver's license till I was 18. Well, at 18 they couldn't stop me, so I went and got it when I was 18 and cuz I needed to have some way to drive to college every day to the junior college. So Marcia, my friend, Marcia and I we double dated for the prom. And we she took me to get my driver's license. And mind you, I didn't turn 18 until after I was already out of high school. I was 17 when I graduated high school. So I didn't turn 18 until October of my freshman year of college. Yeah. So I won't say I was almost 18. Hi, Mary from San Diego. Thanks for joining us. So I can't wait. I'm hoping to go horseback riding in Michigan, and the weather's beautiful in Michigan, and visit with my friend. And this time I might be able to even meet her husband. I've never met her husband. Very good friend. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, she's when my son was little, she used to come over all the time and hang out at my house with my son and me. Had your license at 16. That's most kids get it at 16. Well, welcome from San Diego, Mary. So for those people who are just getting there, at the beginning of the video, at the beginning of the live stream, I showed a video that because I'm not going to put it out as a video, and this is part of it, where I talked about uh, the iPhone is changing and they're getting rid of photo stream. So a lot of people don't know that. And it's the 26th of July, they're getting rid of it. It's just going to disappear off your iPhone. And the photos will disappear with it. Any photos that are in the photo stream will disappear as well. But they will stay in your recents. They'll stay on your phone in your photos, but they won't be on your other devices that you thought you had them on unless you downloaded them on those devices. Yeah, I think we're going to have a blast. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to Lollapalooza. And I'm actually already looking for a venue for WWR for next year. Is that from the Raylene, was that from the Canada fires? Marsha, are you having Canada fire smoke? I mean, because you're close to Canada. You're on the Minton side. I actually was looking at a park in Michigan that I thought had a wagon wheel, and it says it has a wagon wheel, but it's not the same the same kind of wagon wheel like we have at the Abilene State Park in Texas. So it was on the St. Clair River, which one side is USA and the other side of the St. Clair River is Canada. But I decided not to go there or have it there. So I don't know. Our first year we had the WWR, we did it in Illinois. This year we did it in Tennessee, and I don't know where we'll have the WWR next year. one of the places, I thought if we could have done Michigan, that's closer even for my friend Joyce and Michigan. She wouldn't be too bad. She could probably come again and we'd be able to see her again because she's all the way up in Pennsylvania. So it doesn't, sometimes she can't come all the way down to the events when they're too far away from her state, you know. So I thought, and or maybe even Indiana. I don't know. Maybe there's something in Indiana or Kentucky. Kentucky Lake is beautiful. They have some nice places on Kentucky Lake. That's a little bit closer than Tennessee. And I love Kentucky. So maybe we'll think about Kentucky. What do you think? You could do Michigan. Michigan would be really close. Bad smoke for 3 weeks. Wow. You know what? I'm going to see, Joyce, how I like this Van Buren State Park, which is near South Haven, Michigan. If Van Buren State Park, if it's nice enough, maybe we'll do it in Michigan at Van Buren State Park, the next WWR. Oh no, you didn't get Lyme disease, did you, Laura? Yeah, Kentucky's really nice, Craig. And and Kentucky is, um, you know, what about Kentucky, Jojo? Is that because that's before you get to Tennessee? I mean, but even Tennessee was kind of far for her, I think. Melody, I'll be at the next one no matter where it is. I know you're coming all the way to Lollapalooza, so from Wisconsin. Megavan Mike, well, I don't think he's gonna be Megavan anymore. He's got a class C now. But he came to the well, it was in Illinois and he was in Wisconsin. But he didn't come this year. So I want to try to keep WWR in the Midwest or in the, maybe a little bit east, Midwest to east, because Lollapalooza's in Texas. That's still a little bit Midwest. It's not Midwest. It's kind of Midwest, but yet a little south of the Midwest. You know what I mean? Even though it does, because it's at the top of the state. But I want to have something for the people, up here and up here to go to. Midwest and the New York and Pennsylvania and Indiana and you know Iowa. Well, Iowa's over here, but Ohio, the Virginias, Carolinas, or Florida, whatever to go to. You know, yeah, I understand, Lorelai. Yes, floss. But yeah, I don't think we'll do Illinois again. Not right now. Do it again. Yeah, no one really has any this way. I agree. Judith, good night. Thank you for coming by. Have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us. Can't wait to see you at the Lollapalooza. Yeah. I didn't do t-shirts this year though. I just did stickers. Cuz t-shirts are getting pretty expensive. I mean, I remember the first t-shirt we had for Lollapalooza was only like 11 bucks. And then then I remember the ones after that, went up to like $15. Well, now they're 20 bucks. And that's not counting shipping. So fortunately, if I got that when I got this discount, it covered the shipping and the tax and shipping, you know, once I got the discount on the last order that I had. See you soon. It won't be long, Judith. No, we haven't. Well, no, we went to Starved Rock in Illinois, Marcia, is where we had our first one. And then we just did one in Tennessee. But I would, Michigan's beautiful and it's not too hot there either. Hey, Mo Bang for your box. Thanks for joining us, Tim. This guy makes the best spring rolls. He made them at they were so good he made them at Lollapalooza, so they were so good. Thanks for joining. Um, Watkins Glen State Park. That's in Michigan? Is it a nice park? Is it in the middle of the state or is it further up? I'd like to stay on the Minton side, on your side, Marcia, not on the UP side, because they do a schoolie up in the Upper Peninsula. So, and I haven't made it up there yet, but yeah. So I mean, and I would, I wouldn't mind going to Wisconsin, but anybody coming to Wisconsin from the east has to go all the way around the state or go over the bridge, and then it's like costs like what, $8 to get over the bridge. No offense. I mean, and I'm too scared to go over the bridge anyway. Oh, Marcia, that's in New York State? Oh. No, I don't know. So, hey, Jojo, have you been to that state park? Have you been to New York for that state park that Marcia's talking about? Oh, you're kidding. You're here now, Mo Bang for your bucks? I saw you were visiting here, but I didn't know that you were living here now. Are you living in Chicago or were you, because I saw you do some videos in Chicago. That's awesome, Tim. Where are you at? Because I'm in Illinois. Oink Off Grid is in Illinois. Um, Tammy, RV Tollers is in Illinois. We're home based here. You're in Schaumburg. And my family's in Schaumburg. I was just I was at Lake in the Hills. Oh, you're in Schaumburg. You must have got a job transfer or something? Oh, hey, if you have you been to Portillo's yet? Right, Craig? Tell them about Portillo's. Okay, she's talking about State Park in New York. My friend Marcia said, um, I forgot what she just said the name of the state park is. Let me go back up there and look. It's Watkins Glen State Park. Watkins Glen State Park. Your youngest son has a place here, and you stay with him. You stay with him according to your wife? I don't understand that. You got a job there. Oh. Watkins Glen. So for Craig's birthday, when we had the WWR, we did Vienna beef hot dogs. And in honor of being in Illinois and Chicago, in the suburbs, really we're kind of far from Chicago because we were at Starved Rock, but still. And I got him the Portillo's chocolate cake. If you like chocolate cake, go have Portillo's chocolate cake or have a cake shake. You have a chocolate shake and they put the chocolate cake inside the shake. It's really good. And pizza, go to Lou Melinati's pizza. I think they have one in Schaumburg. Lou Melinati's pizza. You DoorDashed for you did you were doing DoorDash for Portillo's? You got to have their chocolate cake and have a cake shake. And for pizza, get Lou Melinati's. They got great pizza if you like thin crust, but they got deep dish too. Their deep dish is really good as well. And oh, they got that Lego museum in Schaumburg, like this huge Lego museum over there. And they got some good Cook County. That's Cook County. They got some good forest preserves over there, but they don't have a lot of camping over in Schaumburg. But they have, if you go into Kane County, there's Paul Wolf Campground. It's pretty reasonable, but you'd have to pay. It's Kane County, so you don't get a discount there. Oh, so your wife says you gotta go stay with your kid, huh? Okay, I get it. Hey, Crystal, welcome. Well, gosh, well, we're talking now about the WWR, but you're here in Illinois. You'll have to travel to, if we do New York, we'd be going to New York. New York, New York. I got to be a part of it. Yeah, New York. Well, there's Niagara. Is it that near Niagara Falls, Marcia? Marcia knows where everything is because she's been camping since she was a little kid. Plus, she traveled a lot when she worked for Harley Davidson. Um, I wonder if that's near. If it's near Niagara Falls. I would love to go to Niagara Falls again. Yeah. Tell her she has to let your kid grow up. He's got to, if he's on his own, she got to let him leave the nest. Finger Lakes, west side of the state. Oh, so it's not near it's not near the Niagara Falls. Wonder how far it is from Niagara Falls. Let's see, Glen State Park. Watkins Glen State Park in New York it's 10 hours away from where I am right now. And I did hear about the Finger Lakes. Um, as long as I don't have to go over any bridges to get there. Oh, let's see. 90 is too far north. So, well, it's not really that far from Rochester or well, Rochester's on. Oh, it's not that far from Niagara Falls, is it? Well, Niagara Falls is closer to. Well, if I went up 90, I'd go to probably Niagara Falls first and then to. Where'd it go? I lost it again. I lost it now. Oh, I see now why they call it the Finger Lakes, because they like come down from, like, I'm looking at my phone. They see, like, they kind of, there's the lakes. The fingers. Those are Finger Lakes, right? Oh, cool. We have waterfalls here. Yeah, I hate bridges too. 4 to 5 hours away. 4 to 5 hours. What's 4 to 5 hours away? Niagara Falls from there? but it's a 10-hour drive from Illinois. Was it it's a 4-hour drive for a 5-hour drive from Michigan? Well, goodness, and that's not that far for JoJo because JoJo's in Pennsylvania. She could get there in no time. Boy, those lakes really stand out even on the map. When I'm looking at this map, even looking at it small, there's the lakes. They stand right out on the lakes. I mean, those lakes stand out on the map. It's like five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Let's see. So it's 10 hours for me. That's no big deal. 5 hours from you, Joyce. Oh, that's like a spit in the wind. So it's 4.5 hours from the Niagara Falls to those lakes. Well, yeah, I guess we wouldn't want to take a day trip, right? Because sometimes I try to find things to do. You know, I like to have WWR where there's some place where there's things to do there, and like activities. Like this year when we had it, we went to the parade, the midnight parade in Gatlinburg, and well, most of the people had already left, but I ended up going to Dollywood. Um, I don't think people didn't really express an interest in going to Dollywood, but we went to Dollywood. We did have fun. Me and Rex and our other friends, Ronnie and Janice, they went to Dollywood and we had fun. We saw the drone show. It was pretty neat. Oh, I know, Craig. It's a long way for you, isn't it? It's 10 hours for me, Craig. So from Mississippi, it'd be really far. So that might be a little too far for you, huh? Tennessee was not that far for you. That's right. I have to conquer my fear too. Yeah, I drove Texas to Florida, Florida to Texas. Last year I drove Arizona to Florida, straight across. I didn't go back to Chicago and then go to Florida because it was too cold. It's not no, I'm sorry. No what? You wouldn't go or you would go? If that's not too far for you? You would still come to if we went to New York? There's no meetups in New York. Like nobody up there in New York or Pennsylvania or any of that area have had any meetups that I know about. I don't know, Jojo. Have you seen any meetups in that area? You live up in that area. Oh, you love to drive when you're not sick. Me too. I like to drive too. As long as I don't have to go through a bunch of mountains. And Marcia'd probably end up coming too. She'd probably come and camp with us because it's not that far away. We're gonna camp together in Michigan for the gals meetup. I don't know if I told her she has her option. She could stay in the camper with me because I have, I'd even give her my bed and I would stay in the dinette bed. And then I have the bunk bed. Yeah, I don't like the flyovers now. And then, or she could stay in the van. I could pick you up on the way, Marcia. I could stop up at your place and then we go over there and you can come to the meetup. We would do like 3 days if David says it's okay. You're David. If he's I don't think it's a lot of bridges all the way to New York. Is it, Marcia? Jojo? Yeah, I haven't seen any or heard of anything up there. It's not very interesting. We should see what kind of activities there are to do around there, you know? We'll see what kind of activities there are. Maybe we'll do New York. New York, New York. I want to be a part of it. Yeah, we'll check that out. Or or maybe even we could do something in Ohio, you know, because there's nothing over. I thought about North Carolina, but I don't know if anybody really wants to go to all the way to North Carolina. And I love South Carolina. I love Myrtle Beach, but it would be nice to be around a beach, but I don't know if anybody really wants to go to South Carolina because Myrtle Beach has a nice state park. Rock hounding. It looks beautiful. Yeah, Marsha, you'd let me pick you up and we could go up there, huh? Well, we'll look and see, you know. I mean, maybe I would because I still have to do all those states right up there on my map. I still have to do Maine, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. And because I haven't been, and Washington, I haven't been to any of those, or Virginia or West Virginia. Those are the ones I still have to do yet on my map. Well, we'll look into that. We'll have to see what's available. What is there to do in the area, so we have things to do, or if we're just gonna sit around and just hang out around the campfire. And I'm thinking that that time of the year would be pretty time. I mean, what time of the year is a good time of the year? June, July? Probably June would be better. Oh, the caverns? Are those near that park, Jen? They knew that Glen Park, whatever Glen Park? Oh, excuse me. How caverns? I don't go down into the caverns. I don't do them in Tennessee. I didn't do them in Tennessee. But it would also give me an opportunity on the way there or whatever to go to the Canada side of Niagara Falls. I've been to Niagara Falls, but I haven't been to the Canada side. But I could still do Niagara Falls again. So the caverns are near that Glen State Park. Is that what you're saying, Jen? Watkins Glen State Park? Is a baseball museum there? I think everybody's got a baseball museum. Coppertown. I've heard of why have I heard of Coppertown? Is that supposed to be a place to see? Isn't it? Hmm. Huh. Coppertown. Coppertown. Oh, I'm looking. Oh, well, Coppertown's 2.5 hours away from that state park you're talking about. Oh, baseball museum. Oh, wow. Cool. So, we've been on for an hour and a half now. Go to New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine. Yeah, I could do that then. Well, that would depend though. If I have Marcia, I can't do that because I got to take Marcia back home. Unless she wanted to go to those other places with me. But I don't know if her husband let her stay hanging out with me for, like a month. David, see you in about a month. I'm gonna go hang out with Carolyn. Oh, Coopertown, okay. Kidnap Marcia. I would kidnap her, but I don't know. Her husband would hate me. And her grandkids. But you never know. She might, she may end up being in Texas during Lollapalooza because her son's a pilot and he's in Texas. That's where her grandbabies are. So we'll see. Okay, this has been fun thinking and deciding, and at least we have some ideas for WWR next year. We got some ideas we're thinking about. Oh, Vermont is flooded. Oh, well, maybe. Yeah, your husband would laugh, but the grandkids would miss you. Yeah, they would. Those babies, they love you. They love their grandma. Oh wow, New Hampshire's flooded too. Wow. Well, it is 11:30 here in Illinois, and I know it's 12:30 in a lot of other places where y'all are at. So I am going to good night, Craig. Thank you, and I hope you're feeling better. Lorelai, thank you, and we'll be talking to you soon. I'll be ordering your t-shirt. Debbie T, Eddie T, Jen, my friend Marcia, Oink Off Grid, if you're still here. Who else is still here? Craig. Oh, Mo Bang for your bucks, Tim. Thanks for joining. If you're still listening, Jojo, my dear friend, Joyce, thank you. And did I miss anybody? My friend Marcia. I said Marcia. Crystal, if you're still here, thank you. I don't know who's still in here because some people floss. People get quiet and then they, kind of listen, but they don't really have too much to, you know. Raylene, everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you missed the first part of the and Melody, Melody, if you missed the first part of of this live chat, maybe you can go back and watch the short video about the Apple discontinuing that photo stream. So thank you. I appreciate you all, and I really thank you for watching. It's been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Soon. Stay cool. Usually I say stay warm, stay cool, and be very careful in the heat, no matter where you are. Love yous. Good night. Mwah. Good night. Talk to you soon. God bless you. Be safe.